Well, hello everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike, sitting in Memphis, Tennessee. Odd aircraft to see here. Most associate Memphis with FedEx. Hang on a second. Not Northwest, although Northwest used to be hubbed here, folks. While based out of Minneapolis, this was one of their big hubs. And excuse me for the loud noises in the background. I can't control it. It is the work going on, as you see at the bottom of the screen, in the basement here. And well, you just can't control it, so we'll just try to do our best and work around it. So again, we're in Northwest. We're in Flight 810, sitting in Gate 23 here in Memphis, Tennessee. Getting ready to fly up to Beantown, folks, Boston. So without further ado, let's get up there into our proper perch and continue with where we're at. We are powered up, folks, APUs on. We are just to the point where we're doing our final checks to get pushback here. Let's see here. Do need to connect over to VATSIM. So we'll get that taken care of real quick. We're an A320. Let's see here. Let's go with that one. What the heck? All right, and should pick up our flight plan. We'll make sure before we get rolling here. But we are now on VATSIM, so folks, feel free to come on board, fly along. We'll try to keep the noise to a minimum, but you know, you don't have control over it, so it is what it is. So a couple more things here. Okay, we're going to continue on. What we've done to point, we've done all our basics checks, made sure the brakes were set, the throttles were working, got the IRSs aligned and the McDo loaded. We're ready to go. Final checks in place. Heading up to the overhead. There's our sound.
Yes, Captain. We are waiting for your instruction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got all those. Seatbelt signs are on. No smoking is on. APU bleed is on. Now we can disconnect from ground power, signal the ground guy. Come over here, and we will come off ground power. All right, so all that's left is the doors to close to the plane, which is one. Cargo is taken care of, fuel's taken care of, and we're just in the final stages. Okay, so it is briefing time. So let's bring in SimToolkit here real quick. We'll go that route. Folks, if you do not have this application, I can't stress how it is such a great tool for you. With many tools in it. So the big one we're going to be using here is this right up here. It's actually called your flight summary. Once you've loaded it from your flight planning page, comes to here. Then all you do is click load sheet. We've got 156 people on board. 0 fuel weights, 132,398. Now, we had to convert to kilos, so it's been kind of a nice fun morning with this. 35,880 pounds of payload with a fuel of 254 pounds. So we're going to block out of here with 18,522. We're going to translate that out for you here in a second. Cruise profile or cost index is what CI stands for, would be 30. And coming out of Memphis, we only have one step up, and it's 37,000. All right, final checks here. Okay, now Piedmont runs with a different style, so it's really hard to show the rest. So I'm going to kind of keep it there so we can get this bird out of here on time. So we'll go ahead and get rid of Sim Toolkit. Now, let's look at the flight bag here. Okay, so for fuel, we have 84, and that is extremely hard. Let me see if I can turn that up any. 8,402 kilos. There's our 156, and we're running 3,992 pounds of cargo. And up here gives you an idea of how the plane will look under the perf data. But the big things you want to make sure match up with your sim brief is the converted to kilograms. Everything matches out pretty good. Here's your zero fuel, CG, and trim. Now, before you move off this page, when you set it up, click Set. So when you start the McDo, you'll be able to load that right in and saves a lot of time. All right, for us, we're going to just switch over to weather. Looks great, as it should. And I'm going to come back here to the center. And I am going to go ahead and try and get you a little bit of what's going on. Let me get the web browser up here on the right page. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, significant weather is what I wanted to bring up, so hang on. And back out to the current view. Here we go. All right, so here's your browser, folks, or your weather significant wise. Really, looking at what I've seen to date, folks, there isn't any. It's actually a pretty calm day, kind of eerie out there, if you will. We got a jet stream diving down, so we'll catch a little bit of that here, but you can see we'll probably have some clouds, but really no turbulence of anything to talk about. Around Atlanta and to the south, there are a good line of thunderstorms. That's not going to be a problem for us. Wind-wise, we start at 37. We're at 30. Let's keep going. 34. Kind of see it. It points to the way the wind is, so we got a little bit of a headwind, folks. But overall, I mean, we've had a lot of worse headwinds and a lot of worse flight conditions than what we are. So this is what I meant, though. You've all seen a different type of flight plan. This is what we're working with Piedmont Virtual. It's the United 2018 format, and it basically gives a little less information and some what I think are more important, but it also gives other pertinent information you can plug into the McDo. Case in point, let's bring up that McDo. Okay, currently, as you can see, it's set on takeoff. We're going to click the initialization page. Down here, you can put in your cruise flight level. You have to put that in. But you can also throw a slash, this key right here, and then the temperature. And that is found right here. Very easy on this page in this format. Also, over here it says Tropo. There's Tropo right there. Flight level 50800. So that's what you put in there, 50,800. So there are some trade-offs here. So overall, but where you lose information, let me get to that part. You know, there's always got to be that downside. Debbie Downer has to come in all the time. You don't get your PAX number, you don't get your payload number, which helps us to do those pages in the aircraft. So, you know, it's a trade-off. So work with it, you know, take your best. How you find those things is real simple here, folks. Really don't have it real easy, but as you're building your flight plan in SimBrief, you'll have on the side the type of format. It'll say Lido. That's your default normal. That's what it does. If you just finished, click generate, boom, that's the format you get. If you open it, you can see a whole litany of different airlines, different formats that you can use. And like I said, they're using United 2018. It'll say apostrophe 18. Okay, there's our cost index 30, flight level 370. And also, you at least get the takeoff and landing runways forecasted. Doesn't mean that's what it's going to be when we get there, folks. So, all right, so enough on that. What we are going to get into is real quick, take a look at the route. There you see it. And let's talk about our taxi out of here. Okay, so we're going to push back to 1S, and we're going to come out Lima. I think that's Lima. No, Juliet. My bad. Juliet, Papa, November, all the way down to Mike 1. And then we'll take off. That's our taxi. Okay, real quick, give you an idea where we're parked. Right in this end of the jetway. So like I said, we're going to push back to hold point 1 Sierra. Okay, so out of Memphis, we're going to fly what's called the GOTES 7 departure, I believe. Yeah, GOTES 7. All right, and it's a pretty simple one. It's RNAV, folks. 727 drivers, 747, 200. It can be flown with the FMS and the INS systems, but you got to know each for the INS, each of these waypoints to be able to fly it. FMS will get you better and put you right on it, but in theory, you'd have to look for conventional departures. But we're going to go to Jack's, Air, Uncle, Thomas, Doug, Gotes, and then out to Dayab. And if you read the directions down here, it just basically gets you to Jack's, and then we follow the route. And initial climb is 5,000. I've gone ahead and set 37. Don't see any ATC as of yet, so that'll be what we plan to do. After Gotes, we'll climb on up to our departure following the route to Dayab. Like I said, it's pretty simple, straightforward. Oh, I didn't even have that. Oh my goodness. Here, let me get that up for you folks. I do apologize. I thought I had it there. That's what I get for thinking. One more time. Gotes. So again, we come off on a heading of 035 to Jack's, Air, Uncle, Thomas, Doug, Gotes, Dayab. We have no restrictions on these climbs, so we'll just climb at our best. 5,000 is the initial, but like I said earlier, we don't have ATC. All right, and then for our taxi, since I was remiss, we're going to back to 1 Sierra, taxi Juliet to Papa, to November, all the way down here to Mike 1. Today's runway 36 left, heading 360, 9,300 feet of runway. So we've got plenty of room, plenty of time to get going. All right, so should we lose an engine, we'll just come straight back. So pretty simple, straightforward, easy stuff. As some like to say, easy peasy. For the takeoff, clicking perf. V1 is 144, rotate 146, V2 151. Trim for today is 1.8. We'll be running flaps 1. It'll say 1F here in the box. Okay, and folks, we are ready for pushback. Not bad, huh? Running about 10 minutes late, but we'll make that up in flight. So let's see here. Let's get better pushback rolling.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, so let's get that door closed, jetway away. Just making sure I'm showing up on their map. And there's that guy, that flying with my character down here, going to Boston.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, so we've got our clearance from Clarence, initial altitude set, transponder set. Still on standby. Let me see. One.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get the beacons rolling. Up, let's get the beacons rolling. There we go. And I do need to release the chocks before we go. Oh, they are gone. Okay, that's right. That's right. That's an automatic thing. Real quick, looking around. Yeah, it looks like the jetway's connected, folks, but they just have them very tight on the gates. And that's an add-on that I have here, folks. I'm not 100% sure how much I like this add-on, but, you know, hey, I'm in here quite a bit, either with this airline or with FedEx, so not a lot of complaints here. Here we go, pushing back. Brakes off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, I lied. They automatically move back. I wasn't expecting that, folks. All right. So, continuing with our checklist. Mode selector to engine start. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna double check a couple things here while we're in pushback. Did go up. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with number 2. And that right there, folks, tells you it is spooling up. If you get to talking and you get away from here and you forget where you are, if you still see that gray box, you're spooling up. Once you're ready and up and running, it'll say avail. If you've completely missed all of it and you don't see any gray box or avail and your engines are stable, you're good to go to start the other one. So, there's avail means I'm able to start the other engine. see where we are here. As you saw, I'm going to bring us back to the yellow line here, swing us around, push us a little further back, and then get us going. Coming on with number 1 now. Lessen the amount of time we're out here. So I got a feeling it's going to go back, come forward, go back again.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, so let's set that parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Oh, excuse me, folks. Hang on a second. Oh, just got a nice run of the dry mouth here, so we're going to start the chronometer. Okay. And then we're just going to basically, while they're disconnecting and getting going, get things on our end going. APU bleed off. And the master off. Down to the status page.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thanks for flying with Mike there, better push back. Okay, and flaps to 1. Right, rudder trim, reset, commenced. Alright, now, trim wheel. This is actually really easy here. Okay, and then on the same page, we'll just kind of watch. Okay. Ailerons look good. All right. So now it's saying to push and hold. So we're going to push. Okay. Alright, and that takes care of that. Auto brakes going to max. Takeoff config. All green, we're good to go. Memphis traffic. Northwest 810, taxi to runway 36. Left. Almost forgot we have multiple runways here. All right, we are on our way, folks. Feel free to join in. Like I said, folks, we are up and running on we're flying X-plane on VATSIM. I'll have to admit, I'm like many, I am not a big fan of static aircraft and sceneries. But, you know, I didn't make the scenery, and some people like it, so to each their own. Okay, now as we're taxiing out, folks, if you're interested in flying for Piedmont Virtual, now they are a bit on the strict side with things. Here's a link. You can check them out for yourself. They're a big historical group flying Pan Am. They were flying TWA. Much to my chagrin, they got rid of them to bring Northwest in. But, you know, can't have everything. But the big one they do handle is Piedmont. Not the Piedmont you're used to seeing. That being lawn darts and Dash 8s. No. We're going back before U.S. Airways. Now, some of you are like, what's U.S. Airways? Well, it's the airline that bought American Airlines out a few years ago. There's a story there. It's complicated. Anything, when you talk airlines, folks, it's always complicated. So we'll just leave it that U.S. Airways bought American. So this is even before U.S. Airways, before American bought TWA, or actually inherited it out of bankruptcy, whatever you want to call it. This is Northwest Airlines. Their flight schedule they're working from is 1990, and they had the Airbus 320. It's one of the few modern aircraft they do fly. They do fly the 767s. Piedmont had those. Back in that day, Piedmont also had 737s, 727s in their fleet. I lived in Dayton, Ohio, so used to see them all the time out at the airport there. So, really nice little airline. Some fun stories with them I have. Maybe we'll share them on the 3-hour flight here. We'll see. To those that follow us religiously, it'll be, oh yeah, I know that story, because I always tell them. Dayton Airport was always just something funny to me. So, but anyway, we're now rolling down Taxiway November, headed to the end, where we'll turn for Mike 1 departure on 36 left. So, again, I hope y'all are having a great, your week has been going good. Look on the bright side, pat yourself on the back. It's Friday Eve, almost to the end of the week. Takeoff checks. All right. The big thing here, folks, I like being ready at the end of the runway. And we're on a dry runway. Terrain we can turn on. Learned about this switch. Compliments of the Tolless A319. Didn't even know it exists, what it did. Now if I can just figure out how to get the radar to work in that A319, that would be awesome. But that's okay. All right, let's get TCAS up. Terrain radar's on. And tower northwest 810 will be ready at the end of the runway. Roger, line up and wait. Northwest 810. One thing I don't like about this livery, and it's me because I don't know, I'm not fluent like I was FSX and all Microsoft, how to get this to look like it should. A nice white nose with no gray lines around it. Unless that's how they looked, and if so, what a horrible paint scheme. I'm sure they did. But again, folks, thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike. And look forward to seeing you on future flights. If you click follow, it'll send you an email letting you know, hey, Flying with Mike is live. So it's up to you. We don't require it. We'd love for you to do it anyway. We love seeing faces. Not seeing the faces, obviously we're one way here, and I don't even put my mug up there, so but we would love to see you come along, fly with us along for each of our adventures. The schedule at Twitch and Discord may change because I'm back to overtime next week, so I may change up and do a different flight, and we'll let you know. Okay, the end of the runway is in sight. All right, we're going to do downwind sim. Welcome aboard. Hope you are having a great Friday Eve, otherwise known as Thursday to everyone else. Yeah, we appreciate the quick hello out of you on this nice steamy day here in St. Louis. Good day to be indoors and watching Flying with Mike. That's what I get for looking out. Work and chores this afternoon. Got that. Memphis area traffic northwest 810, departing runway 36 left. Still no centers, towers, approaches up. Good. Okay, let's move into Okay, so landing lights will come on now. Here we go, folks. Go to 50% here. Stabilized. We're in flex. And we're boogly-wooglying down the road. Yes, folks, that is a word. Okay, and let's see what that scenery did. I need to get Memphis probably, but it's a lot of neat things here. Yep, it doesn't show. The downtown area is pretty cool with Beale Street, the pyramid, and all of that, but yeah, it's not showing. Okay, flaps up. All right, speed brakes. Leave the lights as is, and okay, we are good to go, folks. There you go, folks. We're up and out of here, headed to Beantown. We'll see how this terrain radar works out. I'm not holding my breath on it. Okay, there's Jax, and we are heading out. Give you all a little bit of this, and then once we hit GOTES, I'll just kind of turn it off, and we'll press on to 37,000. But it is a pleasure to fly for y'all folks as we head out of FedEx land into towards Beantown. Yeah, that gray stripe just gets me around the nose. I hate that. Now I wish I'd have stuck to my guns and used the other one. But I didn't. I'm actually trying for a no-fault flight with Piedmont. Every time I fly, something flags. So I'm trying for a no-flag flight. Alright, there's 10,000 coming up, so let's get the landing lights all off. Alright. Okay, come out of landing. Oh, what else? Oh, they want the airport button. Right, we'll put that up there. Okay, we are set, and our weather radar, I do have tilt information now. 1 unit down. All right, next up will be transition. 18,000 will go to 2992. Carry that all the way over towards JFK. Again, the beating you hear in the background, folks, that is work going on down in the basement to finish it off. And yeah, we just have to put up with it. And I do apologize for all that background noise. So to help minimize it, we're just going to go into cruise here, and hope you all enjoy the ride. While the mic's mute, I am still here. Feel free to chat away in that chat box, and we'll be back with you along the way. Until morale improves. Yes, sir. I like it. Very well done. Gonna grab some lunch. Enjoy. Good. Nice again to see you downwind, Sim. Hope things are well up in E-Town there for you.
wild like the wolves in the night. When you show me tenderness, love had me blind. Walk in the woods through your eyes. You were a mystery in a disguise. Moving like a whisper on the wind of this year. Forget what you told me, I'll make it out alive. Hold on to your memory, baby, if you hear me, I will find out where we came from. I keep my head held high, strong enough to live another day. I tried 1,000 times, wish we could rewind, but we gone our separate ways. Separate ways, separate ways, a separate ways. I keep my head held high. I tried 1,000 times. We could rewind, but we gone our separate ways. Separate ways. Drawn like a moth to the flame. I was a fool for you, stuck in your game. Die in the heart of your lies. I couldn't see the dark inside the light. Creeping on the down low, didn't know what I know. Now you try and tell me I cannot see the truth. Hold on to our memory, baby, if you hear me. Now I know how you did me wrong. I keep my head held high, strong enough to live another day. I tried 1,000 times, wish we could rewind, but we gone our separate ways. Separate ways, separate ways, a separate way. I keep my head held high. I tried 1,000 times. We could rewind, but we gone our separate ways. Separate
Alright folks, just want to let you all know we're still here. We're just kind of staying quiet today. A little bit on the tired side still from work, and also a lot of banging going on in the background. So we're just going to be kind of sitting here with it on mute and cruising across here. Looks like about an hour and 35 minutes to Boston. Should be an on-time arrival. Seatbelt signs off. Feel free to move about the cabin. When you're seated, make sure you keep the seatbelts fastened. We'll be checking in a little later in the flight.
In a place where you feel the fire's gone out. In time we will heal, and light will pour out again, again, again. Light will pour out again, again, again. When the darkness surrounds the night without sound, we'll pull the wool down. We'll be together again, again, again. Be together again, again, again. No, we're gonna rise again. We got each other life's a friend. And every time you think the end is near, you'll see the tides can turn. And we will rise again. We'll rise again. It's not the end. We'll rise again. We'll rise again. We'll make it together. When the chips are down and you're losing hope, the light will surround and show you the road again, again, again. Show you the road again, again, again. Wait for the sunrise and open your eyes. If we give it time, life will be so bright again, again, again. Life will be bright again, again, again. No, we're gonna rise again. We've got each other like a friend. And every time you think the end is near, you'll see the tides can turn, and we will rise again. We'll rise again.
Well, welcome in, folks. Like to welcome y'all in. Feel free to click follow. Love to see you on future flights. We're kind of running pretty mute right now, because as you can tell, we got a little bit of work going on here in the house with some banging and cutting and what have you below us. But soon we'll have a finished basement, and the headquarters here for Flying with Mike will improve. But for now, we're kind of going through the pains of getting to that. So if you would just kind of sit back, relax, kind of chill. That's kind of what we're kind of known for here, folks. And we'll get you into Boston here in about an hour and 10, 15 minutes.
We're the same, a moment frozen in time. Wish I could relive the day I met you and fall in love a second time. I could run, but I know I can't escape the feeling if I'm far away from you for too long. 'Cause there's something about our love that brings me peace of mind. Something special about the way our lives are intertwined. There's something about you that just leaves me mystified. Something pulling me to your heart, and I always want you by my side. Keep your body next to mine.
Close my eyes and let it lift me up. Heavy clouds are moving, walking towards the coastline, looking like it's time to pack it up. Looking like it's time to pack it up. Looking like it's time to pack it up. The Colorado sunrise illuminates the tree line. Close my eyes and let it warm me up. The blue goes on forever, an empty page to write on. Breathe it in, it's time to fill it up. Breathe it in, it's time to fill it up.
Alright folks, still out here and alive, just watching the chat here, and hoping you all are having a great day. We thank you for flying with Mike. And if you would, hit follow. We'd love to see you on our next mission. Currently it was scheduled Boston to Minneapolis, but I may change that up and do something else. We'll kind of see how tomorrow goes. But for now, the goal is to get into Boston here and go from there if possible. Say, am I on the wrong channel? Then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even broadcasting on that channel, so oh well. But anyway, folks, thanks for flying with Mike. We sure appreciate you coming aboard and enjoying the ride out of Memphis, River City, Memphis, up to Beantown, Boston. And we're starting to get into some of the busiest airspace in the United States, the Northeast Corridor. In real life, it's really busy. SimWorld, you know, at night it can be kind of busy, but nothing comparatively to what it's like during the day. Just a very busy corridor from, say, Boston to Atlanta to Cleveland, Detroit. You might even swing the pendulum over to O'Hare. It's a very busy area of the country. California comes close, especially SoCal, but in reality, usually it's the Northeast that's the busiest. So enjoy the ride, folks. Weather seems to be at bay right now. We got a smattering of thunderstorms we've seen about. We're in the flight factor A320, so weather radar wise, we're not going to see much. Even the terrain radar isn't all that great. So we'll just kind of ease on through the Appalachians here, get on the East Coast, and roll on up to towards New York City, then over to JFK, or to JFK. How about Boston? Let's try to stay away from JFK and be off course. Stay on course. So thanks for being a part, and look forward to seeing you on future flights.
towards you. I wanna tour of your world and what we can do, but I'm a little overwhelmed. Ooh, my head's full up with what ifs and what if this all falls through. I let you in, my world begins. I open up, I break your heart. What if you do it first? I'll be heartbroken. If heaven's kind and you were mine, I like the rest. We'll go forever, but we'll never know until we know. I'm walking slowly towards you. I wanna tour of your world and what we can do, but I'm a little overwhelmed. Ooh, my head's full up with what ifs and what if this all falls through. It feels so good. I don't wanna run away. I don't wanna run away. I wish I could. What if? I open the door to see you. The blinds are shut, but I'm trying to let you through. I know the light that's inside you. Well, I don't know why, but what if this still falls through? I let you in, our world begins. I open up, I break your heart. What if you do it first? I'll be heartbroken. If heaven's kind and you were mine, I like the rest. We'll go forever, but we'll never know until we know. Got this feeling in our hearts, we're healing from a little love, from a little love. This could be heaven if I just let you in for a little love, for a little love. I'm walking slowly towards you. I wanna tour of your world and what we can do, but I'm a little overwhelmed. Ooh, my head's full up with what ifs and what if this all falls through. It feels so good. I don't wanna run away. I don't wanna run away. I wish I could. What if?
All right, folks, we'll do the best we can here. We're going to come back in. Oh, we got a little over 50 minutes, 45 minutes or so to getting to Boston. So we're going to hop back up here in the office and kind of walk through this arrival. It's pretty simple, sort of, kind of. It's the same arrival, but it's got two different pages in the JEP. One for a certain set of runways, one for the other set. So now we're already programmed up, ready to bring it in. We did that at the beginning. Actually, before we even came on live, we had everything ready to roll. So, so let's bring up the McDo. All right, we're in cruise. Optimal right now is 39,000. We'll keep her at 37. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to go over to the perf page for a moment. All right, so today we are going to fly. Well, let's bring it up for you. The Rubik 3 arrival off JFK. All right, so first thing, as you see this McDo, we are not going to click this till we're first off managing our speed, not the system manage. So we're going to be in user control of it, so you'll see the numbers and all of that. Otherwise, we slow to F speed, which I think is something like 145, 150 right now. Long way to drag it. All right, we're 236 miles out, so it's a good point to get in here. We'll bring charts up. And, oh, we're still on that one. We're a little bit away from there. And I'm going to do a little housekeeping down at the bottom there. All right, so Rubik. Now, currently the METAR in good old Beantown. Oh, you know, it always helps to put METAR in front of it. You know, call me silly. Doesn't know what the heck to do with that command. And I really botched it. Boy, let's try strike 3 and see what happens. Hey, look, we got some weather, folks. All right, so looking it over, winds, that's the big thing I'm worried about right now. 190 at 17. Okay, and 10 miles, and the visibility and the ceiling all look good. We'll be back at this here in a minute. Peak wind looks like might have been 190 at 26, so we've got some gusty winds to deal with. All right, so as you can tell, we have the Rubik up here now. We're going to be coming off JFK way down here. We're going to be heading up to here. So, but let's kind of zero in, learn a little, try to do a little learning. You know, it's always good, folks, to learn at least something in the day, one thing. Believe it or not, you learn a lot of things every day. It's just whether you're paying attention or not that something new happened. But anyway, the ATIS here is 135.0. Doubt we'll be able to pick it up. Who knows? Maybe approach or tower will come up and set one up for us. Who knows? There's our elevation and so forth crossed. All right, so next line down, routing from Rubik being right back here at this one. We're going to track to Provi and then to Jodi, sorry. And that's where things begin to split on this version. Now, if we were doing the other one for the reciprocal runways, it's actually could be the same, just a little different routing. But we're coming to 22 left. That's going to be our game plan. So from Jodi, we'll track to Crown, then to Cradle, then to Caleb, then to Ethan, Petrick, Tally, and then we're going to take vectors to our ILS. And we're going to be coming in on the ILS, I think. I thought, you know, I do have it set up. I could pull the RNAV up. But I think we're just going to hang with the ILS, keeping things as simple as possible today. Now, looking down here at the chart, let's take a look at what kind of vertical stuff we have. VEX at 23,000. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead, come off this, go to F plan. Scroll down to JFK. There we go. And VEX, 23,000. It's a hard altitude. Okay, from there, we're going to go to Ruiz. There, we got to be above 21, below 23. And it looks like Owlin, above 17, above 16, and so forth. Rovi, above 11, that looks good. Jodi, okay, then Kron. Cradle, I'm just looking at it. 8,000's our next one at Kleb. There it is. 250. That's good. And then we'll just keep checking Ethan. 5,000, hard altitude. We're not there. Let's get that put in. Okay, I don't know how to deal with that. That's interesting. It's throwing an error, so we'll keep an eyeball out on it. Same with Hogo and tail. Why are they holding up like that? Huh. All right, let's try something. West. All right, so everything looks good. We're programmed for it. Huh, it's just interesting how this is. All right, so from tail, we'll then switch over to the ILS for runway 22. All right, now across the top, these are all our frequencies we could encounter. The big one we worry about, but it's going to be done automatically, is the localizer right here and right here. Same frequency. ILQN 215 is our heading, and we are going to grab it at Noli. So we may be turning, over to it. 1,700 feet of focus, which is, call it 5 miles out. And again, 216 is our decision altitude. MDA, when we get to that point here of programming the McDo. And the decision height, AGL, is 200. Okay, there's our missed approach. Pretty simple stuff. Out to Winnie and hold. Okay, so Noli at or above 4,000, down to 3,000 at Wayne, 1,700 at Focus. Pretty simple vertical run-in. Boston is 112.7. All right, so now the chart below here, this is what we figure our approach, how long it will take to come from focus to our missed approach point. Right now, we haven't plugged it in, but let's look at it. Next, and next. Oh, we'd be probably 135, so we'll look at 140. 743 feet per minute, and about 2 minutes, 20 seconds-ish, in that ballpark if we don't see the runway go around. Got a Malsif, Pappy's on the left. The big thing to take away from the minimums here, again, there's our 216, but an RVR of 40 or 3/4 of a mile, so a little higher than most airports. That being said, let's just say I pulled the METAR up and it said 500.25 mile visibility. More than likely there'd be an RVR attached to it, but we'll just say it says 1/4. We could switch to a Cat 2 approach chart. I believe there's one for it, and then come in that way. If there isn't, folks, we're not going to be able to shoot the approach. Either a different runway or something else is going to happen if that's not available. All right, that takes care of most of the approach brief. Currently, about 160 miles out, so about 80 miles from now, we'll start filling in the data for our arrival. So we'll kind of play a couple more songs and continue our way in. All right, folks, we got, like I said, about 80 miles to go, and then we'll start our putting in the numbers for like the altimeter, winds, temperature, MDA, all of that good stuff for our descent. So now would be a good time, if you haven't already, put in a prediction for how the landing will go. And it's a simple exclamation mark, predict, then throw a space in there and put your number as a negative number. As simple as what I've just done for myself. So folks, enjoy the ride. We should be beginning our descent here in about the next 10 minutes at the most. So Boston looks pretty decent, mostly just scattered clouds, so it should be a pretty good arrival in there. So we'll see you in a few. We'll just kind of sit here on the side again. In case the contractor down below us gets to going there, we'll be able to, y'all won't hear the banging and sawing too badly. Sounds like he's in a different part of the house right now, so that should help out. So enjoy the ride, folks. We'll see you just a couple of minutes from now. All right, folks. Well, we are back, I think. Looks like we had an internet hiccup here. Pretty substantial. I probably have to put a flight plan in. But I hope you all... Oh, let's see if you all are back. Hang on a second. Dadgummit. Okay, folks, I want to apologize. We're having internet issues out here. Well, kind of. I'm not sure if we're even up yet. I'm spinning again. Disconnected again. Alright folks, well the good thing is, if everything is going as planned, this should still be working on the recording for YouTube. My apologies, we are disconnected again. Oh boy, it really gets aggravating. And now we're back, it looks like. Okay, well folks, again, let me put that out here. I'm going to put that out in Discord. And it's getting ready to go down again, hon. So, yeah, folks, my apologies for those of you on Twitch. We are definitely having some serious internet. All right, folks. So yeah, we're having some serious internet issues out here. So my apologies for the up and down on the stream. And we'll just we're gonna stay off VATSIM because I don't want to cause troubles there. We'll keep streaming away and hope for the best. Alright, things seem to have settled down a little and kinda see how things are. Okay, we are definitely having troubles here. Lost connection with Sim Toolkit, and I don't know why. There we go. Alright folks, so, well, we'll work through whatever the heck is going on out here. Gotta love it as we approach the New York City area. Time to start thinking about that descent. Alright, so we'll go to next phase. Next phase. Hopefully, Twitch guys, you'll be back. I'm not sure, but we will have this on YouTube here shortly. Well, I will kind of give you an idea. Follow us in our Discord channel, and I'll give you an idea when that video will be available. All right, so 29.62 temperature. .34. I know it's 190 and I forgot the speed. 17. Alright, so we're looking for an MDA of 216. Alright, so our approach speed is still 134 VLS, which is a landing speed of 129. Alright, so we're programmed in. Really not sure if Twitch ever came back or not. I'm showing you got offline. All right. Oh, OBS disconnected again. That's why. All right. Well. All right. I'm not sure what all the troubles are here, folks. But again, hopefully YouTube will have this when I get it uploaded. But it could also be on Twitch's end. Okay, I am definitely not streaming over at Twitch. Alright, well, we'll keep going and we'll hope for the best, folks. We're closing in on top of descent. Like I said, I'll have this on YouTube as soon as I can. Afterwards, I don't know what kind of issues we're experiencing here with OBS/Twitch. Okay, so hopefully that kind of starts settling down. Twitch users, again, my apologies. I don't know what's going on. I'm not seeing any viewers. Hoping it's firing up over there, but it's hard to tell. I've even looked elsewhere. Well, now we're showing at least 2 viewers, so hopefully that means it's coming back. So all right, well, we're just gonna press on, pressing on as we head into Boston. And all right, let's take a look here before I come up online. Yeah, I'm going to stay offline for now, folks. I don't want to go through this trying to do an approach. All right, so we're coming up on top of descent. I'm going to go ahead and initiate. Okay, manage descent. Out of caution, I am going to go ahead and, like I said, stay offline for now. Going up and down like we have here, folks. I don't know if it's our internet now, if it's Twitch or what, but we're having, it's not worth the headache of trying to connect and disconnect and connect and be disconnected when we're on approach. So best thing is stay offline. And something I just realized could have gotten messed with. Hopefully it didn't. See how that works out.
You love me! You really love me!
Hawker 125, welcome aboard the internet Twitch train wreck. We hope you enjoy, and thanks for the subscription or resubscription. All right, so, well, we're coming into Boston now. We were on VATSIM, but like I've been saying, hey, we're going to stay off because of all this internet troubles we've been having for the last 20 minutes. So, all right, well, thanks for the sad trumpet. Yeah, I know. It's, hopefully this will all be fine when we upload to YouTube, but no guarantees. And welcome back, everyone. We've been through quite a bit here in the last 20 minutes, up and down, up and down. My apologies for sending out, if those emails went out each time. Oh, I do apologize. But that just means you need to be flying with Mike. All right, so we're coming down now over JFK. First restriction is FX at 23,000, which looks like we'll make. All right, let's get into the descent, shall we? All right, let's kind of make this so it's readable. Okay, so we've already got our runway star and in there nav frequencies set up. All right, keep going. We're unmanaged. QNH temperature, winds, transition altitude, MDA, and VAP approved. 3 units up on the radar. Okay, we'll go medium on the brakes. Oh, excuse me there, folks. All right, we are set for the arrival. And if there were controllers out there looking forward to bringing us in, my apologies. We've had internet issues for the last... Well, they've actually been good, knock on wood, for the last 5-10 minutes. But prior to that, ooh, up and down all over the place. All right, hang on a second, folks. Let me see how our fuel tanks are going. Right. Well, Hawker, I hope you're having a good day off there, and we'll do our best to try to bring in a nice landing here. And again, folks, apologies. The disclaimers up there, the beating, the banging, the cutting, and all the great noises. Compliment of the transformation going on below our feet here at Flying with Mike headquarters. Looks like they're going to track us pretty much up the coastline here. All right, after effects, what's our altitudes coming down to? Well, 21. Then 17, 16. All right, we're going to make 23 for sure. And then head on down. Expect butter for a landing, huh? No, we're greasing the tires up right now. And again, folks, I am also recording this, so hopefully all of that interruption in there, which I know will cause a whole bunch of videos to be out there, should be one video, and it'll be up to YouTube here shortly as soon as I get on the ground and get in there. Okay, and for those of you just tuning in, where is my airplane all of a sudden? Okay. All right, well, real quick, we'll walk through the arrival. I was kind of hoping the little plane would be up here. There we go. That's one way to do it. Okay, we just crossed SPEC'S. We're heading up here to Ruiz, which we should meet up with it here soon and see it. Then on through here, through our arrival. Okay. I'm gonna fix this so all right, so Ruiz, 21,000. Then we'll set for 60, yeah, right on down the line here. There's the what we're doing right now. Once we get to Rubik. It's Jody, Cran, Cradle, Kleb, Ethan, Tetrick, Tail. Then we head for the final approach course. Get these balanced up here real quick. Okay, there's nothing real quick about it, but we'll get them a little closer in balance here. Okay, next one is 17. May have to do an open descent. There it goes. See if it takes it down to 17 or close to it. And we disconnected again, folks, so my apologies for streams. internet issue hiccuping big time. So we'll just continue in and do the best we can. I don't know what's up with our provider, or if it's things going on with the construction. I do not know. So, but we'll keep the YouTube thing going and hope for the best. But since that's gone, oh boy. All right, so yeah, I don't know what's going on, folks. It's mind-boggling. Yeah, we're completely... Alright, so we're back on with the internet. Alright, so we're getting close on our fuel. Alright, so we're just about balanced out with fuel. I'm going to go ahead and set for 11,000. And these are why I didn't reconnect to VATSIM, because of the issues. Alright, let me get back up here because we're about to the numbers. Okay, make sure everything's still good here before we turn the cross feed off. And the cross feed's going off. All right. Okay, let me unload the fuel page. All right, 2962.
There's a place I can trace every line of me. I can taste every inch of the space I step into. Am I free? Sometimes I feel like I'm floating. Sometimes I feel something deep down. I don't know if the knot's gonna give up or if I turn inside out. Watch me, I'm looking in the mirror. I see the black circle surround me. Watch me, I'm looking in deep water. I feel the blue aura wrap around me. Silence, silence, please. I'm feeling happy. Silence, silence, please. It's time to unwrap me. Silence, silence, please. I feel it badly. Silence, silence, please. Please. Unleash me. Unleash me. Unleash me. This time I know what I'm doing. I found that place in my head. Never again will I fight. I'm loving every minute, every moment I live. Watch me. I'm looking in the mirror. I see the black circle surround me.
All right, folks. Yeah, it's
I'm looking in deep water.
and I
Blue aura wrap
really cannot tell why things are so off here.
I'm feeling happy.
They are.
Silence, please. It's time to
All right, we're just gonna come off that because
silence,
we're coming up on cron. We need to be going down to 5, and I'm gonna go into an open descent. So
unleash me. Unleash me. Unleash me. Walking on it, breathing deeply. Finding love that I unleash me. Silence, silence, please. I'm feeling happy. Silence, silence, please. It's time to unwrap me.
all right, so engine, make sure we're set where we're supposed to for dry. Okay.
Silence, please. Please. Unleash me.
I just need a little bit more of your love.
I just need a little bit more of your love.
I just need a little bit more of your love.
I just need a little bit more of your love.
All right, approach checklist. All right, so we're into the landing procedure now. Seatbelts. All right. All right, folks. So Kleb at 8,000, Ethan at 5, and 210. Okay.
I
Again, folks, those of you on Twitch that have been seeing this bouncing around, my apologies to you. We are having internet issues out here, and we'll do our best here. Should come over, no problems, so long as Twitch. Let me just check. You know what? Make sure our YouTube is going to be fine. Hopefully. We will find out. Okay, there's 8,000. Okay, so Cleveland. Alright folks, so this is just going every which way but what I expected, but that's okay. Can't have a perfect flight every time. How else would the pilots make their money? Okay, I'm just re-verifying. $29.70. Okay. Temperature 29. Good Lord, things are just really changing up here fast. They must be getting rain. Broke into 9,000. Okay. Okay, once we come over Ethan, we're then direct Petrick. Petrick will be slowed to 220, which we already are. We're good. 5,000 we'll stay at. All right. Yeah, it looks like rain getting ready to move into the Boston area. Right about in here, folks. Alright folks, so hopefully, like I said, our YouTube video that'll be made from this flight will be unimpeded with all of the problems we've had with connecting, reconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, reconnecting, and blah blah, whatever. So here we go, turning in. Alright, so we got, let's read ILQN, that is our ILS. Looking at the chart list, I don't have an ILS Cat 2 for this one. Let's see if nope. Double check our weather. 10 miles. Well, let's see. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Well, we'll... Okay. We're about to make the turn here at Petrick and head on up. Petrick again is 5,220. And again, for those of you that have hung around through all the internet issues here, we appreciate you. And we hope to bring this in fairly smoothly. Okay, we'll go ahead and kill the music. Okay, we're on 20 coast constraints, everything's set. Okay. Okay, now we're headed up to Tally, and we'll make the turn. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and swing early. Okay. Localizer's armed and alive, just waiting on the Okay, here we come. Final check of the altimeter. Okay, that looks good. Here we go, folks. Lining up for the approach. "13 miles out." Okay, on localizer. Okay, we're 10 miles out. Again, for those that have been trying to follow today, apologies for the internet issues. Hopefully we won't have any before touchdown. I am running this so that we get a YouTube video off of it. Hopefully the disconnects of OBS and all, hopefully that just meant from Twitch, not from that. We'll find out. Okay. Flaps 3, spoilers armed. And let's go ahead and get the brake fan on. The other interesting thing to see that comes out is how this files with Piedmont. That internet hiccup could have caused troubles. Gear down. Three green, covers closed. And I got a runway in sight. Again, folks, we're not shooting that runway. We're going to this one. All right. I think it's about time to take over. Looks like it's pretty much right down the runway. All right, we're at VAP. Okay, folks, I'm going to go mute here for a second. I'll be right back.
Above, 200. Minimum, 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
All right, folks, we're back with you. Sorry, the wife had a business call. We have to go silent, just for respect, so she can hear. And if there is any financial data spoken, it stays between her and the customer. We're just heading over here by the international gates is where Northwest used to park here, so that's where we're headed. And it's a new scenery I found for Boston, free, folks. Really good stuff here. So kind of happy with it. Landing, not so happy with. We'll see what I have to do to get it approved with Piedmont, because it was a hard landing. But after all we've been through on this trip, I ain't gonna worry too hard on it. That's pretty cool. They got construction. Or, no, that's not destruction. Oh, excuse me. I think that one in the corner is where we'll head. All right, let's see where we stand here. APUs available. I think we'll take this one right here. MHMD AFIF, thank you for the follow. We sure appreciate it. Just bringing her into the gate here. Hang on a second, folks. We'll bring her up to the A320. That's what I wanted to read. All right, we'll park it right there. Okay. Okay, APU bleed to on. $412, what Palanta put us in at. All right, let me finish this up. Let's get that door opened up. Yeah, we'll look at it. I know where I screwed up, so. But nonetheless, we'll go through it anyway. All right, and then that'll do it for here. All right, now the moment of truth. So 411 and 15, okay. Well, it's filed. Let me get in here. Bear with me a second, folks. Just getting in here because we did bounce, and I did know that. I was really hoping for a clean flight, but, well, you know. All right, where is the comments section? All right. That is, like I said, folks, it's a keeper. Just because it was a pain in the fact that we've reconnected again. So those of you on Twitch, again, my apologies. It's just been that kind of a day with the internet here. All right, so but be knowing this, folks, it will be available on YouTube, hopefully without problems. While we're here, we've got a report filed. Good. Let's take a look at Sim Brief, or Sim Toolkit, sorry. And let's look at landing reports and just, no, we know it's bad. Actually, not as bad as I thought. All right. First off, comes in at 111, so that's the second. Vertical speed, 416. Yeah, we know where we screwed up, so, and we'll see it here on the replay. There's the, okay, now we got a displaced threshold here, folks, so that's why the threshold, this is where we're actually allowed to start landing. You land in here, you're not supposed to. So from the blue dot on until these hash marks here. So we're well within it, not far from the aiming point. According to this, we were 1.5 feet off the center line. It looks a lot worse when you look at it from that high up, but now it looks pretty good. Okay, Sim Toolkit away. Most of us users wish they could do this for free or with the program, but you can't. We can. And we are disconnected, so let's watch it. And I will say, I'll point out as we're coming in here, you know, the music never stopped, and that was off the internet, so I'm quite interested in what the actual cause is here. So let's take a look here as we come in. Let me speed up a little. Greased up the tires for no reason, folks. That was definitely not a grease landing. First, we ended up high, and then as we descended down, we just didn't get under it quick enough, causing the 411 feet. I forget what, I think they recorded 460, whatever it was, and the bounce. And we're going to crunch it here in a minute. Actually, that really wasn't that bad of a crunch. Got a little close to a tail strike, though. Going to scoot up here to the threshold. Now this is how you can tell it, folks. Here, let's see how the lines are here. Let me go ahead and get it rewinding. These lines across here, these are your threshold lines. And I over I overcompensated for the flare, and that's why we slowed so slow and why she kind of came down a little too hard. Like I said, close to a tail strike. I just want to make sure. All right. Okay, we came in with a thud. All right, folks. Well, we're going to call it. It's just been up and down too much today with the internet and all, so we're going to just leave it there. Go one more time so we can take a look from the tower, see how that looks at this new airport. And at least that'll look halfway decent. But there you go, folks. The new Boston scenery that I've loaded. Pretty decent. I mean, not a little better than what you get out of the box. So free as well. So folks, we're gonna take a look, see if we have anyone out there we can hand this off to. No, not really. So we're going to wrap it up. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have a better run at it. And see how things go. So for now, folks, as we taxi in, you know what? Let's do it this way. As we come into the gate, thank you for flying with Mike. It's been my pleasure. I look forward to flying with you again tomorrow. And God bless. What to do that. So till then, folks, I hope you all have a great day. And we're going to try and get this internet issue worked out. So y'all have a great day. God bless. And see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.